Hey Tommy, what do you think of the name Tumbleweed Ranch?
Ooh, I like that name, Dad. That's a good name.
All right, well, officially, guys, welcome to Tumbleweed Ranch. This is our new TFL off-road testing facility. Now, over the years, we've obviously used a lot of places like Goldmine Hill, Tombstone, and the issue we've had is that because it gets very popular, it gets closed down. So we decided to buy something that can't get closed down.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to build our own standardized testing facility here, and really excited about this. We've got a bunch of cool buildings to show you. We've got some cool plans. We've got a little house, and let's start out with the tour.
Yeah, let's give you a tour of Tumbleweed Ranch. Like I said, we bought a 22-acre ranch here in Colorado, tucked up against the foothills that we're going to turn into our off-road testing facility. And let's start with this room. This is going to be our editing facility.
Well, editing room. I think facility's a little.
Yeah, you're right. It's a little too grand.
This was, I think, like a sewing room that the previous farmers actually used for knitting and all
ranchers.
That. Ranchers.
What's the difference between a ranch and a farm?
Well, I think they had plants here. They were growing stuff back in the.
They had 2 cattle.
And they had fish.
And they had, well, we'll talk about the fish.
And they have a little garden, yeah. So, but this was basically like a little sewing room that they had set up. But we've got some desks, and we're going to turn this into a little editing room. Yeah, we've got a little kitchen, so when we're up here editing, we can actually, make ourselves some food. The color scheme is a little.
It's a little sewy.
It's a. So this is going to be our little, I think, repair facility, Dad. So we've got these big tall ceilings, and we are going to get some lifts installed in here. And this is cool. So it's basically like a 3-car garage, but it's also set up as a workshop, and it's currently in disarray as we get stuff moved in. But very cool space. Yeah,
we've got big plans for this space. Hopefully we can actually, like you said, put a lift in here. We could do our project vehicles in here. We've got certainly a lot of storage space. And best of all, Tommy, we've got, a quiet area where we could shoot videos where every time we roll a camera, a helicopter doesn't come landing, or a truck comes trundling by.
About that, I forgot to tell you this. We were shooting a bike video out here, Alex and Case.
And a helicopter landed?
No, there's a guy who lives like right there.
Yeah.
And he has a stunt plane.
Get out.
Yes, and he spent all afternoon doing loops and barrel rolls right on top of the property.
Wait, that was not disclosed in the listing agreement.
No, it was not. But there's a guy that does. It's a very cool plane. It's like this very vintage-looking biplane, and he was doing stunts and stalls, and it was a cool show, but it was not helpful.
Well, could we at least review it? Maybe we can get to know our name.
Maybe we can review
the plane. Let me show you some of the other outbuildings that we have here, and then at the end of this video, we'll show you our testing facility and, of course, our fish pond. We have a fish pond now.
So this is, I think they call this a carriage house, right? But you can kind of see the basic structure of it. So up top was that editing room that we looked at, and then here are the garage doors. And then over here, I'm very excited about this. We now own a shed. This shed is neat. It's got just enough space for a classic Mini, so I think we need another one of those. But this is the first of many outbuildings.
Hey Tommy, wait, what is that Peugeot doing here? How did you get that over here already?
Well, it's quickly becoming my storage facility for dilapidated crap that nobody wants. But yeah, so this is a 65 Peugeot wagon, which has already made itself home and cozy here. And this is my ambitious but terrible restoration idea series. So this is actually going to turn into a long classic series. I bought a welder. I don't know what I'm doing, like at all, but we're gonna try to figure it out together. Look, I already have a fire extinguisher in there. See that?
And you went, where did you get the welder? Was that a Harbor Freight thing?
No, I splurged. Home Depot.
You went to Home Depot and got a welder.
Yeah.
Well, the reason that Tommy got a welder is because this lovely, what year is this Peugeot?
65.
Peugeot has no floors, basically, right?
It has bits of a floor.
So we've got the ingredients for a fun fire, because we got a Peugeot, a welding shed, and a welder, and somebody who's taken how many classes in welding now?
2 hours of a class.
All right, so 2 hours of professional welding. Let's show them the shed.
Yeah, so this is the welding shed. Not much to see in here, but you can take a look. This looks like something out of 1890, but I'm very excited about it. So it's, geez, I don't even know if it's big enough for a Peugeot, but I'll back that puppy right into here. We've got
You may regret
plenty of look at all this flammable material, which will just go up immediately.
You may end up regretting buying the station wagon version of it. If you had just a regular 404, it would probably fit.
Now look at this too.
Look at this. What is this for?
That it's got air. It's plumbed for air.
Okay.
So that's another expense to have to buy it as an air compressor. This is the well, we don't talk about this room. This room is very frightening to look at. I don't know what's gone down in this room, but this is going to end up on Dateline one day. So this is the Dateline room here.
Yeah, this is like something out of 6 Feet Under.
And then
I don't like this room.
Come take a look at this. So this is the sliding door. And
look at that. You can pull a car in here, maybe.
Check this out. This is where we're going to have TFL cow.
I think this was the birthing shed where the previous rancher kept his livestock.
Yeah.
He kept his livestock.
Yep, so this is where Andre will have his cow. Wouldn't that be a fun series, Andre's cow?
I like the idea of TFL cow. I'm not sure how we review them. Do we review like the udders or, the horns? What part of a cow do we review, Tommy, for TFL cow?
I'm not very well versed in cows,
No.
but I think this is where Andre's going to put his buhanka. Actually, is going to be in the birthing shed.
Yeah, I think this was, or was that the birthing shed?
Oh, maybe that was the birthing shed.
That may have been the birthing
No,
shed.
that was the chicken coop.
No, the chicken coop's over there. Oh, wait.
That's the chicken
That's
coop?
the chicken coop right there. That's definitely a chicken coop.
Look at all these things I have just learned.
What livestock are we going to keep?
Oh, we can have a goat.
Oh, look, and what is this round pen for? Something to do with cattle?
Yeah, that's the goat facility.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing there.
We could have goats.
We also have a crooked pole.
Yeah, we do have a crooked pole with a light. And then look at that. We have a random shipping container.
Yeah,
Which is pretty cool because you can stick like used tires in there.
And what's your plan for this big, well, currently it's the donut box, but what's your plan for this big kind of square?
Yeah, so the property is 22 acres and it runs all the way over to the base of the foothills, which we'll show you. We'll take a little tour. And hopefully we actually want to build a barn here, which we can use as a studio slash cow shed.
No.
No?
No, there's going to be no cows with
goat shed?
No, there's going to be no cows mingling with our cars.
On. Clarkson just did a series called Clarkson's Farm.
Yeah, but he's clever and witty and we're not.
This is true. He is clever and witty and we are not. But we do have plenty of land to use for, well, whatever we decide to use it for, huh?
Yeah, so now the main house is over here on the right.
Yeah.
Not much to show you in there. It's just kind of a house.
It's kind of a small house, to be honest, Tommy. It's kind of a double wide trailer that has been turned into a house.
Yeah, but it's a house. It's nice.
A house.
It's clean.
It's nice. It's very well. The previous owners did a beautiful job in renovating. So the kitchen's nice, but like I say, we won't go inside there. Nice bathroom. So we have a bathroom.
We got a what's that sport called? We got a basketball hoop?
And Tommy, right here that we just walked over.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
The Peugeot storage.
No, that's the septic field.
Oh, well, there you go. The Peugeot is right at home. It's
the septic field is where the stuff you flush down the toilet goes.
We've already filled it with turds, as you can see. So moving back up to the carriage house, as it's so nicely called. Let's go into the field and show them our plans.
Yeah, we'll jump in our this week's car du jour is the Discovery, which is a good one because we need four-wheel drive and we go in the back of the property. So let's take a ride. 22 acres. It goes like what, a mile and a half that way, Tommy?
Yeah, let's go show them.
All right, well, welcome to Tumbleweed Ranch. And hopefully this will be the site of the new barn where I think we should keep goats. I like goats. Ken keeps goats.
Shouldn't we build a barn for cars instead of for goats?
I don't know. I have yet to decide. I think they're cute. So we're trying to name some of the obstacles here when we'll be testing vehicles. So you see that right there?
Yeah, what is that?
That's a blind. So the previous owner would shoot all the way across the property, and we'll show you that he had a little target set up like a mile away maybe. And so he would use it to either shoot ground hogs, which we have plenty of unfortunately, or like little targets at the end by the pond.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
we got a big hill here. What's the deal with this hill?
Well, we're going to call this Sniper Hill.
Sniper Hill.
Yeah, Sniper Hill, because we can use it, and we've already done a video here where we can use it to test the four or all-wheel drive system of the car, because it is pretty steep. Hard to show that on camera, but it is pretty steep.
Very cool.
So this part of the property right here obviously is where he kept the cows, but we can use it for either a motorcycle testing facility. Well, I say testing facility once again.
Yeah, it's a field.
A course. You could run like side by sides and
grassy knoll
and motorcycles through this field, and then not disturb anybody.
Yeah. Well, we got an audience though. I mean, we got cows that are going to watch us.
Yeah, that are going to be watching us, and horses, and that's great because that's all we want.
All right, let me show you Nathan's crack.
Yeah, we already found a crack in the property, which we felt was a good place to test the approach and departure and breakover angle of vehicles, and I affectionately named it Nathan's Crack.
So I think the plan with this is eventually we're going to have built out using heavy machinery and logs and rocks, some actual like hard courts. But we just bought this place like a week ago, so we're still trying to figure out where we want to place all the obstacles. But there's some natural obstacles like Sniper Hill, and then over here is this ravine, Nathan's Crack, where I think water probably streams through in the summer when the snow melts. That would be my guess.
Yeah, and I did manage to get the Defender stuck in here when there was a lot more snow.
You had it for a day and you got it completely stuck.
Yeah. So
all right, do you want to go into Nathan's Crack?
Yeah, why don't you jack up this vehicle? It's got off-road mode 2. Look at that. That's nice.
Nathan's Crack can be a scary place.
Yes, I'm sure Nathan would agree with that.
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool little test, which of course the Land Rover aced, but that gets pretty tricky when it gets super snowy.
Yeah, all right, well, let's go check out...
you want to keep going down the line here?
Let's go check out Andre's pit.
Yep, so we've got a very cool little area over here to the left with some super interesting kind of sandy obstacles, and I am going to refer to this from now on as Andre's Pit. That sounds like a good thing to sponsor.
Yeah, Andre's Pit. Yeah,
if I was Gillette Razors, I would be all over Andre's Pit.
You want to go down? Let's go down Andre's Pit.
You want to go check it out?
Yeah, we do. We have the FJ here, so if we get stuck, we can always pull it out.
Okay. But, that sounds good.
For all of you guys who are farmers or ranchers, I have a very important question to ask.
What's
Maybe
your question?
Leave a comment. This was used, obviously, to graze cattle.
Yep.
And when you graze cattle, you end up with a lot of cattle manure.
Yeah, which the dog Blaze has already eaten his fair share of.
Yeah, which the dog eats. But how long does it take before that biodegrades into the ground and is no longer an obstacle?
Good question.
How long? Because right now it's frozen, so it's probably not doing much biodegrading.
So
why'd you call this Andre's Pit?
Well, because partly it made Andre very uncomfortable.
Okay.
But secondly, he thought it was funny. So this is now Andre's Pit.
All right.
And a lot of little sticks in here.
There's a lot of little sticks and stones.
So this is the weird sandy hill, and I'm not sure what we're going to do with this, but it's like super, super fine sand.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. And then over here we've got some other nice natural hill climbs. Let's see if we can climb out of Andre's Pit. Ooh, it's pretty steep.
Yeah, it's pretty steep. It's hard to show that on video, but it is pretty steep. But the Discovery is taking it on with all seasons with applaud.
Ease. Look at this.
Look at that. Yeah, it's just eating it up.
Very cool. All right,
Yeah.
we made it out of Andre's Pit.
And we didn't even have to go into... Oh, you did go into low range.
Oh, I did, yeah. I was just being cautious. But, like, think about this. If I was... What's it? Mad Spice? What's the deodorant?
Old Spice.
Old Spice. If I was Old Spice, I would love to sponsor Andre's Pit.
Are you asking for sponsorships?
I am. Yes, I'm already begging for sponsorships. But I'm just saying, that seems like it would be a natural fit.
If I were Charmin, I would love to sponsor Nathan's Crack.
There you go. Once again.
Just saying.
It seems like a perfect fit.
This is obviously is kind of the open area, but really the more interesting part is coming up behind this fence line. So we'll go down to the fish pond. So we actually have a fish pond that's stocked with bigmouth bass, Tommy.
Versus smallmouth bass?
Yes, exactly, versus smallmouth bass. So I plan to do some fishing once it unfreezes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The guy who owned it before us actually set up a bubbler on the fish pond. We'll show you. So that it's actually a spring-fed pond.
So does the property go all the way over there?
It does, yeah. This is going to be our serious off-road testing area, right?
Cool. So this is where we're going to bring in like the bulldozers and the...
Yep. We're calling this area Fish Pond.
Fish pond.
Yeah,
okay.
very creative on my part.
The fence was to keep the cows from getting into the hills.
Getting into these hills and this area back here.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So this is Fish Pond. This is where we're going to be really working hard to do a really serious off-road course. So we can have like a scale of 1 out of 10 and have different trails based on how hard we want to go. So let me show you. Come on outside. All right, Tommy. So this is a fish pond, but if you can tell, the topography here is just perfect for off-roading. It's very hilly, it's very steep, and it's hard to show you, but it probably goes another quarter mile all the way to the base of the foothills.
Oh.
So you can kind of see the fence line, so we can get like a grader in here and actually create a really interesting off-road course that then we can use to test vehicles like this Discovery to make sure that they have a standardized course that we can compare.
Yeah.
Whereas having different courses for different vehicles, I think this could be set us up for the next decade at least.
I like that. So we'll go down through those little trees and
Yep.
little forests and up the hills, and then there's a whole other area back there to explore, which I
Yeah.
haven't been to.
I haven't been back there yet either.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of rugged back there, so I'm waiting to.
The land surveyor was back there. We saw him kind of struggling through the terrain. So
Yeah, and then my favorite part is come on down here. This is the fish pond. And look, we've got, for all of you guys and gals who are track experts, we do have wildlife out here. So we've got some kind of a track, but spring-fed pond, Tommy, that we can probably set. Look, it's big enough you could actually, if it was strong enough, if you were willing to go out there, you might be able to set up a little ice skating rink. So we could play hockey in the winter and then go fishing in the summer, which I plan to do.
But I think he's got a bubbler set up so it doesn't fully freeze, right?
Well, it has fully frozen.
But like you can see that in the middle, it's less frozen where the bubbler's at. I don't know.
I don't know.
Just
I
pulling that out of
don't
my
want to
butt.
walk out there.
No, I don't either.
But it does look like it's pretty thick ice. So we'll wait for a little bit
You
longer.
could ice skate. That'd be fun.
Yeah, you could ice skate. So there you have it, guys. Welcome to Tumbleweed Ranch. And in the next few months, we're going to hopefully improve it. Not only are we going to set up a course, but we're going to build a barn. And then we're going to be doing a lot of testing out here. So we're going to be super excited to take you with us on this journey.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Let us know what you want to see done with Tumbleweed. If you have any cool ideas, we're all ears.
Yeah, especially how long does all that poop take to...
You're really interested in the fate of the poop.
Well, I mean, these are test vehicles, and I think the press fleet manager is not going to be happy with us if they're covered in you-know-what.
All right.
See you guys next time. Ciao.